welcome. So today I am going to start chapter number 7, that is looping in JavaScript. Sometime we want to execute the same code repeatedly. For this purpose, a looping statement is used. A loop is a sequence of instructions that may be repeatedly executed. The loop statement contains a condition that determines when the loop will terminate. Okay, student, we all know that loop is a technique that repeatedly execute a single statement or a group of statements continuously until the condition is satisfied. Okay, so in some time we require to repeatedly execute some of the instruction so that here we are going to use the loop technique. Okay, and whenever you use the loop technique, the condition is very important as because the condition determines when the loop will terminate. That means after executing the statement up to a limited time, that means 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 times, that means how many times you require, that is put inside the condition. Loop comprises of 3 statements: initialization, condition, and increment and decrement. Okay, so whenever you are going to use the loop technique in your program, then you have to follow 3 statements. The first one is loop initialization. Loop initialization means here we are going to declare a special variable which is known as loop variable, and you have to initialize it. Generally it is initialized to 1 as because whenever the program got executed, the loop variable will be 1. Okay, so the initialization means you have to declare one variable and that will count how many times the program is executed. Okay, after the number 2 statement, that is the condition. So condition, as I told you earlier, that condition is very important because it is going to determine how many times you want to execute the program and when the loop will terminate it. Okay, so here we are going to put the condition. Okay, after that, increment or decrement operator. Okay, this increment or decrement operator. So these are the special operator. So increment operator which is identified by plus operator, and the decrement operator which is identified by minus operator. Okay, so these 2 special operators are used in a loop as because the plus operator increment the loop variable by 1 in each execution. Okay, or sometimes we need to decrement the loop variable by 1 in each execution. At the time we are going to use the decrement operator. Okay, student, so these are the 3 important statements which are required whenever you are going to use the loop technique in your program for repeating the program continuously for a limited period of time. Okay, so now there are many types of loop available. So first one is say while loop. Number 2, do while loop, and number 3 is for loop. So these are very 3 common types of loop which we have already used in our C++ or C program also. So while, do while, and for loop. So let's discuss how to use these 3 types of loop in our JavaScript code. So first of all, the while loop. Okay, so the general formats or syntax of while loop is while condition begin, close, and here we are going to write down the statement or statements. Okay, so while loop contain the condition, that means how many times you want to execute the program, and this is known as the body of the while loop, and here we are going to write a single statement or group of statements. Okay, but one thing all of you remember, that while loop always stays the condition at the very beginning of the program, so that it is going to execute the program if and if only the condition is true. That means if the condition is true, then it will execute the program. Okay, and if the condition becomes false, then it will terminate the program. Okay, so in your book, the statement will be executed repeatedly as long as the condition is true. Okay, so the condition that we put here, so as long as the condition is true, then these statements are to be going to be executed repeatedly. The statement can be simple or compound, or as I told you that here you can write only one statement, or you can put a group of statement. So a loop body always can contain a simple statement or a compound statement. After executing the statements, the program returns to the condition and re-evaluates it. If the condition is true, the program executes the statement again. This cycle of testing and execution continue until the condition evaluates to false. Okay, student. So when you execute the program for the first time, the computer set the condition that you put inside the while body. Now, if the condition becomes true, then it will execute the body part of the while loop. Okay, so after executing this body part of the while loop, the control again pass to the while loop. Okay, and the computer again takes the condition. Now here if the condition again become true, then it is going to execute the statement one more time. Okay, and this process of passing the control to the while loop continue until the condition become false. Okay, so if the condition become false, then it will stop the program. So student, this is the circle of while loop that we are going to execute the program repeatedly until the condition remain true. Okay, and when it become false, it will terminate the program. Okay, now in your book there is an example that is going to display the number from 1 to 10 on your scale. So this is a very simple program, and just we are going to display the number continuously 1 to 10 on the computer screen. So look at the page number 130. There is a program. So the program is, so first of all, var number equal to 1. In the program, there is a variable, and the variable name is number. So var keyword is used to initialize the variable, then number equal to 1. So this is known as variable initialization. That means whenever you declare a loop variable, so you initialize the variable by 1. After that, while. So how many times do you want to execute, or how many up to what number you want to display the number on the screen? That is up to number 10. That is 1 to 10. So here you have to put the condition while number equal to less than equal to 10. So this is the condition. So less than equal to, that means 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 10. Begin. So here you write down the HTML code to display the number, that is document.write number equal to plus number break, so number plus plus. So after writing document.write okay students, so look at here. In this program code, here we initialize the loop variable and here we put the condition, and this is the statement that we want to display on the computer screen, that is the number from 1 to 10. So after the number plus plus, so this is the increment operator that is used to the variable number. Okay, now look. When the computer execute the program for the first time, the number initialize equal to 1. So it will display the number as 1 on the screen. After that it will state the condition, yes, the condition is still true. So it will display the number and increment the number by 1. So initially the number is 1. After that it will increment the number by 1. So that is it will display the number 2 on the screen. As after displaying the 2, it pass the control one more time to the while loop and again increment the value by 1, that is 3, 4, 5. So like that it will going to display the number from 1 to 10. Okay, so here the loop condition, the while loop help us to repeatedly display the number from 1 to 10, and here after checking the condition, after each execution it incremented by 1. So when the number, the variable number become greater than 10, the condition become false and it will stop the program. Okay, so student, this is while loop, very easy, but in while loop the condition is set first. So if the condition become false at the very beginning, the program is not going to be executed. Okay, so if the condition become true, then it is going to be executed. Okay, now the next loop, that is do while loop. So as the while loop not going to execute the program if the condition become false at the very beginning, so we are going to use a another type of loop, that is do while. That means do. In the do while, computer going to execute the program at least one time without checking the condition. Okay, so first time it is going to execute the program at least one time. After that it is going to check the condition. So I think all of you clear what is the difference between the while loop and do while loop. In while loop, the computer check the condition at the very beginning, and if the condition is true, then it is going to execute it. But if the condition become false, it is going to terminate the program at the very beginning. That means no instruction will be displayed on the execution screen if the condition become false. But in a do while loop, what happens? It is going to execute the program at least one time for at the beginning. After that, it is going to check the condition. Okay, so this type of loop is exactly the same as the while loop, except the condition in the do while loop evaluated after the execution of statement in the body of loop. Generating executions at last once even the condition is false. Okay, so as I told you that the do while loop first of all going to execute the program at least one time, after that it is going to check the condition, and if then the condition again become true, then it is going to execute the program one more time. Okay, so the same program is given, so using the do while loop. So student, it is very easy. So you look at the program very carefully, that is figure number 7.3. So here again, as the while loop, the variable is initialized, that is var number equal to 1, but at the very beginning, instead of giving the condition, the do statement is written here, do. So inside the do, we write down the statement that you want to display on the computer screen at least one time. After that, you use the increment operator. After that, we use the while loop, while condition in the program. Okay, so that means first of all, you give the statement that you want to execute that inside the do body, and after closing the do body, you give the condition inside the while loop. So here what will happen? Computer execute the program at least one time. After that, it is going to set the condition. Okay, student, you please look at the program very carefully, try to understand it. I think it is very easy, no need I think no need to explain it more, so you read yourself. After that, I am going to discuss the for loop. So for loop is used to represent statement while a condition remain true. The loop provides specific location for the three statements that comprise the loop. Okay. Generally, whenever you use the loop, so we use three special statements: the variable initialization, the condition, and the increment or decrement operator. Now, in for loop, we are going to these three statements together inside one for loop body. Okay, so these are going to be used in a group, and the general format is for initialization, condition, increment or use of decrement operator. Okay, so here I am using the symbols here. So in the loop body, initialization, the condition, and use of increment decrement operator, these are put inside the for loop scope together. Okay, and here this is the body of the loop. Here we are going to write down the statement that you want to execute repeatedly. Okay, so the same program that is again explained here using the loop program, but one thing one different thing is here. So when you look at the figure number 7.5, there you notice when you declare the variable like var number, so here we are not going to initialize it at the time of declaration of the variable. In the do while or while loop, we initialize the loop variable at the time of declaration. But when you are going to use the for loop, no need to initialize it, you just declare the initialize variable. Okay, so where you are going to initialize it? Inside the for scope. So here we are going to initialize it, that is number equal to 1. So here we initialize the variable. After that, put the condition. So how many times we want to execute the program or display the number, that is up to 10. So number less than equal to 1. So this is the condition. Okay. So here we are going to increment the number variable by 1 after each execution. So number plus plus. So here look the difference between the for loop with the while loop and do while loop. Okay. So here we are going to put all the initialization, the condition and the use of increment or decrement operator together, and here we are going to write down the program. So this is how we executed the program using the for loop. So student, please look at the figure 7.5 and try to understand the program. I think it is not so hard. You can easily understand it. After that, working of the for loop. Just go through the step below. The first one is, firstly the initialization expression is executed. That means when you execute the for loop, the initialization statement is executed for the first time. Then the test expression is set. So after executing the initialization statement for the first time, the condition is set. So if the condition is true, the loop continue. So if the condition become true, then this statement will be executed one more time after incrementing the loop variable. Okay. And the body of the loop is kept not executed if it evaluates to false. Finally, whatever is specified in the increment or decrement expression is executed and loop return to the state. So after checking the condition, it increment the or it can increment or decrement, but in your book according to the program we are going to increment the value of the loop variable. So after incrementing the value, it will display the result, and one more time the flow of the control pass to the for loop. Again check the condition. If the condition is true, it will increment the value and display on the screen. So it will continue till the condition become true. Okay. So these are the loop technique that we are going to use our JavaScript code. So you try to read down the programs very carefully from your book and try to understand it. So student, this is the end of the chapter number 7. As because the break statement and the continue statement from this chapter is deleted from your syllabus. Okay student. So in the next class I am going to discuss the questions, answers and different type of memory bites and things to remember. So that's all for today. Thank you.